Hello and welcome to episode 68 of the Gamespot podcast, your weekly dose of lightning in a bottle. I am here joined by, not Brett, like I wrote down on the outline because he bailed, but I am here joined by Cody.
Hello.
First of all. How you doing?
I'm doing alright. I guess that's, yeah.
Saw you're streaming some Overwatch.
Yeah, it was interesting.
And enter the Overwatch. Actually, yeah, enter it. Enter the Overwatch giveaway.
Yeah.
Gamespot.com. Shameless plug. And the other
time this goes up, it might be done. I'm not sure. We'll see. But
yeah, well,
if you're here on Twitch, enter it, please. Thank you.
Yeah, do that. And that laugh you heard was none other than a special guest, Jacob Dekker.
What's up, guys? You know, I was telling Grant before we started that Grant and I both don't write for the Game Bolt anymore. Why are we on this podcast?
Because I talk on behalf of the Game Bolt.
Okay.
That's what I do.
I see. What does the Game Bolt tell you?
The Game Bolt, what is it? What do they tell me?
You said you talk on behalf of it.
Oh, yeah, I guess. And enter the giveaway. That's what it says.
Right. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you did.
Enter the giveaway.
Yeah. And Cody writes sometimes.
Yeah, I've written exactly twice for the website. It was great.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you always do this kind of stuff, like streaming and getting this set up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You just wrote Mighty Number 9 review, right?
Yeah, it was a barrel of monkeys. That was great.
Man. I just want to hear about that. It's in the news storm later. We'll get to it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's why I wanted to be on this episode. I just want to hear Cody's thoughts on that.
Again, this is the Gamespot podcast, your weekly dose of lightning in a bottle. Thanks, Jake, for that. I never credit you for that, but you came up with it.
I came up with that?
Yeah, you did. I can go back.
I did.
Episode 1, you were like, your weekly dose of lightning in a bottle, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take that. And then when you left, it just stuck here.
Good.
Yeah.
That's my mark.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Jake is, I don't know if I said this, but Jake works at Gamespot now. I'd like to take credit for all your success. Yeah.
Yeah, you can take credit for the success.
How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if I'd call it success quite yet.
I think I single-handedly made you where you are today.
You definitely had a part in it. Nice DJ gaming.
Yeah. And now, thegamebolt.com. Again, this is the official podcast of thegamebolt.com, posted on iTunes every Tuesday, YouTube every Wednesday. Let's go ahead and jump right into now playing what we're playing. Jake, do you want to go first?
Sure, I will start. After seeing like the E3 Skyrim trailer, I got kind of hyped on Skyrim, so I'm going back into Skyrim on PC with mods. So I've done this before. I've messed around with mods before, and it's a lot of fun. But I don't know, kind of working on some stuff at GameSpot that have to do with Skyrim mods. That's kind of why I'm jumping back into it. But man, I like that game so much more than Fallout 4.
Yeah, because Fallout 4, I don't know, it's just, I guess I just sort of like the whole atmosphere of Skyrim better. Like Fallout 4, I never even beat. I thought about playing it, jumping back and playing some more recently, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, the only reason I was able to get back into it was because I got it on PC for cheap, and I used mods. So it's like, all right, now I'm okay with this because I'm like running around with lightsabers and like, I don't know, riding like mud crabs. Just, I don't know, ridiculous stuff that happens in that game.
Did you use the Dova Bear mod I told you about?
Oh, I'm going to.
Yes.
That's actually, once I know this, I'm going to install that. I've got like a list of mods I'm going to install to try out and see.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to use that for myself, but I saw a video of it and I was like, this is incredible. It's a bear wearing a helmet that can shout at people.
I know. What's better than that?
What is better than that? Probably Brett riding it.
Yeah, probably. Except Brett doesn't... I don't know. Brett, I haven't heard much of Brett's bear fighting escapades lately, so I think it's a lie. I think it's all made up.
That's a good point. I think he might have retired.
Yeah, probably.
All right, well...
but I guess other than Skyrim, I've been playing Dreamfall: The Longest Journey, which is like a friend of mine recommended it to me, and I've been wanting to play it for a long time, so like it didn't take her too long to convince me to play it. But it came out in 2006, and this game has aged pretty well, I guess, but not great, because it kind of came out during like the Xbox generation and like the GameCube and stuff like that, and like those games like weren't the greatest, I feel like. I mean, there are some great games on that time, but like people were able to overlook a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm really liking it so far. Tells a good story. It's an adventure game. I guess I probably should have said that to start. And then, of course, I'm still playing Rocket League.
Oh, Rocket League forever.
Yeah, that's what I put. Like, but I put like four as in the number, and then I put
Four.
Eva, like
Ev.
EVA.
Oh man, yeah, that's how you know you're cool. You can't use like you can't actually spell out four. You have to put the number.
It's so true. It's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Rocket League update real quick. If
Neo Tokyo.
yeah, Neo Tokyo, the map that they added. What do you think of it?
To be honest, I actually have not
What?
played that map.
Oh my gosh, Jake.
I played it when it was like in Rocket Labs or
Yeah,
whatever,
Rocket Labs.
but I have not played it in this. Usually, I just play regular, just the regular setup because at work, like pretty much after work every single day, we just stay for at least an hour just playing Rocket League.
Sounds great.
I'm still so bad at it though. Like compared to some of the people at GameSpot, like I just get my ass handed to me every single time.
Yeah. Well, Rocket League is one of the games I actually claim to be good at. I don't claim many of them, but I like to think that I'm solid at Rocket League. I took a break from it for a while, and then.
But you always come back.
Yeah, I do. I always come back to Rocket League. But yeah, so the new map, it's cool. And it was weird because in Rocket Labs that was probably my least favorite. Like I think when Rocket Labs launched, which is like a test zone for like experimental maps that are different than just the normal arenas. So when that first launched, I kind of thought that style of so basically Neo Tokyo, it's a regular arena, and then there's like upper ledges on the sides that you can drive up on. And then, so yeah, when that was in Rocket Labs, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. That was probably my least favorite like map that they had in there. But now that it's in sort of the normal game, I feel like they might have changed it a little bit because I think they might have made it like less steep, like when you go up on the sides. Because before, I feel like whenever I was driving up there, I would just like go flying and then
I think they did.
yeah, because
I think I remember hearing that they did adjust the sides because of like what you were saying. Like
Yeah,
it just kind of
feedback.
annoyed people.
yeah, that's why I didn't like it. But now that it's adjusted, I think it's a nice change of pace. Like obviously, it really doesn't come up in the map rotation that much. But yeah, I think it's fun. It looks really cool aesthetically.
Yeah, it does. It looks really cool. And
Yeah.
the new cars too. That I don't think the cars are out yet, but they're supposed to come soon.
Yeah, sometime soon.
There's also the physical edition of Rocket League coming out, which I'll probably buy
Why?
because I want a physical edition of it.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
I only
I'll just
have it
buy.
on. I only have it on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, and I think I need a physical version of it.
Yeah, a physical version on every system.
Exactly, except
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah, I'm
No one
just
buys physical versions for PC.
true. I'm just gonna buy just gonna buy the physical copy and then frame it, just never play it.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, and now they added a you can say Savage just like the press of a button. But yeah, that's Rocket League.
Cody, what's your favorite Rocket League course?
Yeah, Cody.
Oh God, I don't even know. I thought they were all the same thing. I thought it was just.
Well, I mean,
I have
which
no
one
idea.
is your favorite though?
Do you like
I don't know.
basketball?
Oh,
hockey?
I watched Brett play the hockey one once. I don't know. If
The hockey
if you
one
couldn't
is-
tell, I have no interest in Rocket League at all.
No, I couldn't tell.
I mean, the hockey one looks fun. I don't know. Good enough, right?
No, the hockey. Okay, so the other modes they just aren't nearly as good as the other ones. Like, I mean, they're interesting, but basketball one is just so much harder. Like,
Yeah,
me and-
basketball's really hard, but
really
it helps
hard.
you work on the air game, your air game.
Yeah, that's true. Like you just have to be kind of more skilled to play it. Just because it's just way harder because you have to hit it up and in instead of just in.
Yeah, and trying to like get balls out of the net when they're coming down is so hard.
Yeah, it's tough. And then hockey, just that puck doesn't work. Like the physics don't work for it. Like if it stayed flat the whole time, then I guess it would make more sense, but it doesn't.
Can you even still play hockey, or did they?
Yeah, you can
end
still
that?
play it.
Oh, you can
and,
still
like,
do it.
Like in like the mutators or whatever, you can change the settings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Rocket League. Just to continue what I'm playing. Still playing The Last of Us. I think a couple weeks ago I said I was playing this. After I played Uncharted 4, I was like, okay, this is really good. I don't think it's as good as The Last of Us, but just going to make sure. And then, yeah.
What's the verdict
The
so
Last of
far?
Us is better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Last of Us is better. Think I said it previously as well, but I think Uncharted is probably just a little bit more fun to play. But Last of Us just like such like the connection you establish with those characters is just unrivaled. So, Last of Us still the winner. I'm trying to get back into the multiplayer too. We'll see how that goes. I got crushed in the last few matches I played, but that's pretty much because everyone that is like still left playing that is like level 507, and I just get destroyed.
Is that an actual number?
Yeah, you can get as high as you want. I think the highest one I saw was like, man, what was it? The highest one I've ever seen I think was like 829.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, no, because when it was back on PS3, I got to like level 101, and then that takes forever to get to like 800. You just have to be constantly playing. It's insane. And then lastly, playing the Minecraft battle mini game thing they added. I'm terrible at that as well. But
what is the premise of that? So you just like, is it just like a battle arena? You just fight, or do you like make bases and like attack each other?
No, you don't make bases. So it's like
I'm not into it then.
Yeah. So you basically, it's sort of Hunger Games style spawn thing, where like you spawn in a circle and then there's a couple chests in the middle of you, and then you race and grab stuff out of the chest, and then there's like an invulnerability timer, so you can like run away and just get to like hiding areas and stuff, and then you just attack people. And that's it.
And I mean, yeah, in reality, that's really all it is. There's no, like... You can't really build things. Like, you'd think they'd let you, like...
Yeah, it's kind of
break
strange.
things and build as you go, like, as you fight, but no.
Yeah, like,
just,
you don't get blocks.
Yeah.
Blocks isn't an item you can get, and you can't break anything in the arena.
Really?
Yeah, it's just...
Kind of
strange.
Yeah.
I always wanted just like a mode where it's like... I don't know, like, it's almost like a... I guess RTS like sort of versus where like you start out and you just like make things, you know, like you make like you collect resources, make things, and then you attack, but have like 16 people on each team and just do like battles.
Oh man, yeah. So there's a game on PC that it's called Sky Wars, where you basically like you start out on your own little floating island, and then from that island you have to like gather resources, and then you have to attack people based on like what you make from there. So if they add something like that, that would be kind of cool, but this one isn't really for me. And Cody,
Yeah.
what have you been playing?
So I played Minecraft with you, what was it, last night? And that,
Yeah.
that was the extent of my Minecraft playing the last, like,
Yeah, we
2 or
played
3
like
months.
2 matches. We
Yeah.
built also yesterday. We built arenas. Cody built one. Me and Jason built one. Made completely out of slime, so you can just bounce wherever you go.
And then we never did anything with them. That was
Yeah,
it.
so we need. So we need because we had to do a meeting, and then so we need to go back and try those out, see if they're at least half decent. Because I spent a lot of time on it.
So I also played Overwatch. I've been playing Overwatch more than I'd like to, honestly. More or less for the giveaway. I wish they'd add ranked mode already. Just I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have the same issues that made me upset within the first like 2 weeks, where it felt unbalanced to the point where like you could tell the people who played to like level 90 in the beta and then got the game and totally knew what they were doing, compared to the people who had no idea. Like that's like leveled out now. You know what I mean? Like you're pretty much in the same skill level with your skill level now. But at the same time, I just wish they'd add ranked already. But I don't know. And then lastly, I played Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. I don't know if any of you guys played any of those games at all. But yeah, those games are like, if you feel guilty that you play video games and you feel like you should read more, it feels like you're reading a book. So what happened was like a year and a half ago, I bought the trilogy on the DS. They had like a trilogy pack thing, and I beat the first game, beat the second game in the span of like a week and a half, and I was like so sick of reading at that point that I started the third game, got halfway into it, and stopped. So for like a year and a half, I didn't even play the games, and I came back to it, and I started the entire game over again 3 days ago. And then I beat it today, and yeah, it's quite the wordy game for sure. But they're fun. I like them a lot. But yeah, they're lengthy. But
I seen like I really hadn't heard much about Phoenix Wright other than like I think a couple years ago there was a Phoenix Wright like Professor Layton
Yeah,
crossover
yeah.
thing. Yeah, because I knew about Layton. I played those games. They're pretty fun. But yeah, I hadn't really heard much about
Yeah,
Phoenix
that
Wright.
was the first game that got me into Phoenix Wright, was that crossover. And then I started with the trilogy, and
Okay.
pretty much the reason why I beat this last game was because they just announced the sixth game in the Ace Attorney series for Japan. I don't know if it's out already or if it's going to be out, I think, in like a couple months. But I figured, why not start? And I'm glad I'm starting now, because if it comes out in like a year or two, that's probably when I'll be caught up, because these games take forever. So
Have you heard of or played, I guess, any of the Zero Time Dilemma or whatever thing games? You know what I'm
no,
talking
I've
about?
never even heard of them. No, is it the
It's
same concept?
I think it's very similar to Phoenix Wright from what I've heard, but it's like Phoenix Wright plus Saw. At least that's what the
Really?
newest one sounds like.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
I feel like Kyle was probably talking about it in the chat.
I wouldn't be
But
surprised.
apparently people really like it. Like I've never heard of it until now. And then I did new releases for GameSpot, and there's like one of the games that I included, and thank God I included it because people would have been mad if I didn't. But
Yeah.
apparently it's supposed to be really good.
I think the only thing I ever care for about the Ace Attorney games is like the characters overall and the court gameplay system. I don't really care for the mini story cases that they have. They just, I don't know, they're not that enjoyable to me.
Or they're just like filler.
Yeah, yeah, there's like in each game there's like 5 cases, and 3 out of those 5 don't pertain to the final like overall case. Like normally the last case encompasses previous cases, but normally there's like 3 cases in the game that just don't even matter at all. And yeah, I don't know. I like the court gameplay a lot because it's like a weird puzzly kind of thing. So it's really unique, one of its own kind. So it's fun, but
One day I'll play them. One day.
yeah, you have to set quite a bit of time aside.
I think that does it for what we're playing. And let's go ahead and move on to the news storm.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom. It actually is thundering
Oh,
outside my
you
house.
added a little echo, huh?
Yeah, boom.
Little echo now?
Yep,
Alright.
yeah. I dropped the soundboard a
Like that.
while ago, but you know, make my own
I
effects.
forgot about that.
I should
Oh,
make
God.
a comeback. Just
Those,
one
no,
random,
those were dark times.
just one
Yeah,
random
those were
episode.
dark times.
Yeah, just one random
Or
episode. I just need
just-
to bring it back.
Episode 100, just the entire time, just jam on the soundboard.
Oh my god.
Don't even have anyone on it. Just
I just
have
remember the
Kevin.
old like Kevin like
Or whatever.
"Yeah," or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh wait. Oh wait. No, I have it. Yeah.
No, please.
There we go.
Oh my
Man, I
God.
haven't heard Kevin do that in forever. Kevin needs to
probably
like
for the
play
best.
Rocket League with us or something. Man.
He probably hit puberty and can't anymore.
Man.
Rip.
That one's for you, Kevin. Elder Scrolls 6 is not in development right now. Given the massive success and enduring appeal of Skyrim, it seems like all but a certainty that Bethesda Game Studios will eventually make Elder Scrolls 6. However, it's not in development now, according to Bethesda marketing executive Pete Hines. He said that on Twitter. That
This is a lie.
Yeah, I
This
think
has
so.
to be a lie. There's no way they're not working on Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, so he said, quote, "We aren't working on the Elder Scrolls 6 at the moment."
At the moment. So, like, yeah, maybe, like, the team was, like, not there yet. They started late, but they're going to get there and they're going to work on it. Like, I just can't imagine them not working on Elder Scrolls 6. Maybe they haven't started, like, actual development, but I'm sure they're, like, they know what they're going to do with it. Like, they're in pre-production, but I'd be surprised if they're still in pre-production. They've got to be, like, I don't know. I think a couple years and we'll see Elder Scrolls 6 for sure.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, I was kind of, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was kind of hoping for just like a little Elder Scrolls 6 teaser at Bethesda conference this year. I knew that probably wasn't realistic, but yeah, I don't really buy it at all. Because like, how much time? So this article goes on. It says, so a Guerrilla Games developer told us at E3 that pre-production on Horizon Zero Dawn started 6 years ago, but the studio has only been in full production for 2.5 years. So it says something like along the lines of, from his statement, it could be that pre-production on the project hasn't started. We also wouldn't. Wait, hold on. What does this mean? From the sounds of Hines' statement, however, it could be that pre-production has not started. I don't buy that.
I don't buy it for a second.
Or
They're gonna do what they did with Fallout.
yeah, I was gonna say that. Or maybe Bethesda isn't developing it.
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think, well, I don't know. Like if you look at their games, I think they're usually about 3 years apart. So
Are they?
yeah, so Skyrim was 2000. No,
11?
5 years apart. I guess.
Yeah, it was 2011, right?
2011, 2015, 4 years apart. That's what it was. 4 years because 2011, 2015.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then Fallout 3 was 2007.
Yeah, so there's no way they're not working on it.
So, I mean, it'll probably be a while until we see it, but I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing they did with Fallout, where they're just going to they're going to be like, we're working on Elder Scrolls 6,
And
and
then
it's going to be out in the fall,
yeah.
and then
It's a bigger deal. Yeah. Yeah. Elder Scrolls 6. I'm really excited for it. So happy to be getting the Skyrim remaster at least. Speaking of games that aren't being made, Until Dawn
There you
developer
go.
is not working on a sequel. That was a A-plus segue. In my, a sequel to PS4 exclusive horror game Until Dawn is not in the works. Developer Supermassive Games has revealed, speaking in an interview with GamesIndustry.biz, Pete Samuel, the studio's managing director, said Supermassive has moved on to new projects. Quote, there's a lot of speculation about what we're doing and what we're working on right now. We're not working on Until Dawn 2 at the moment. We're working on other things.
yeah, I mean, this is good. I loved Until Dawn, but I didn't play Until Dawn, and I was like, I want a sequel for this.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't see how they could really make a sequel with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could just do new characters and like a new scenario, but I'd almost rather them just do something new because it's clear that they're a very talented studio, and I'm sure they've got plenty of ideas in their head. And I think, like, especially after Until Dawn, I think, like, they've got a little more gravitas behind them, you know? Like, before everyone was kind of like, I don't know about Until Dawn, and then they played it and were like, wow, this is
Until Dawn
really good.
Sneaky good.
Of course, now it has to be, like, because now people are going to expect it to be good. And, like, Until Dawn, people are like, we'll see if this is good or not. Now the ante has been raised.
For sure.
Which I think they'll pull it off. I'm just curious to see what they decide to do.
Yeah, so am I. Until Dawn, man, I forget about that game. Because, when did that come out? August or?
August 2015.
Yeah, so August of last year. I don't know. It just kind of went under the radar, but it was actually
Yeah.
good.
You know who loves that game?
Who?
Liam.
Oh yeah, Liam does
I
love this
remember
game.
He'd write like character
Char-
breakdowns that were
yeah.
like 1,000 words on each of the about their decisions
Yeah,
and
he
about
wrote
like
character profiles.
what their pastimes are and like
Man.
I don't know their favorite kind of cheese.
He's like he wrote down their favorite meal.
Yeah, I remember it. He wrote all that.
The length of their hand.
I wonder
Everything.
if Liam listens to the podcast. Probably not.
I don't know.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, not anymore. Wait, what?
I don't know.
No, not after this.
Well, I mean, Liam probably liked the game because it inspired him new ways how to kill people.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's a serial killer.
Mhm.
I mean, moving on.
So moving on. Speaking of a game that is coming, oh man, I can't do that one. That one was not as good a transition, was it?
I already have a transition from this story to the next one now.
All right, hit me with it afterwards.
Yeah, set me up and then I'll do it.
All right. There's a ton of free Shovel Knight content in development, and it looks great, according to GameSpot. Thanks, Jake.
I don't.
I
Having
didn't write that. Don't think me.
having already delivered a second fully fleshed out Shovel Knight campaign for free, Yacht Club Games has now previewed some of the additional free content on its way. Similar to the Plague Knight expansion, there are 2 more campaigns currently in development, one starring Spectre Knight and one starring King Knight. Spectre Knight arrives first, and like Plague Knight, he offers his own unique abilities and attacks, such as Dash Slash, which can pull him either diagonally up or down, jumping up, with it allows Scepter Knight to reach things he wouldn't be able to otherwise. Plague Knight. Wait, what? Did they talk about the other one, King Knight?
No, I don't think they have anything on him yet.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's Shovel Knight.
I
Shovel
don't-
Knight. I played this at a Best Buy on a Vita because
Really?
my dad. Yeah, because my dad went to. So it was Father's Day, and we just were going to Best
He
Buy.
just left you in Best Buy to play.
No, so he had we got him like some gift cards and stuff. So he like went there, look around. Probably I think he bought some movies he definitely bought some movies, maybe some other stuff. And then I was just waiting around, I saw this Vita. I was like, oh hey, what's on here? And then Shovel Knight played like the first level. I was like, man, this game is good. Forget about it.
And then that's it.
What a story.
And
Played
then
it on a Vita,
we
you're
went
like-
home.
Never played it again.
Wonderful.
No man, I never played the Plague Knight expansion either. I should do that because it's free, right?
Yeah, it's fun. I don't understand where people come from when they're like, stop making all this free content and work on something else. Or, people are like, oh my god, this is free, that's crazy. But people don't realize this is all promised during the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you're right. Huh?
None of this is I don't know if you consider it free, because it's something they said
I
they
think I got
do.
your segue.
But, wait, what?
What's that, Grant?
I think I got your segue now.
Oh.
No, don't say it now. I just think I know what it is.
Oh, it's
I'll-
gonna fall flat. I can already tell.
I'll let you reveal it though. So yeah.
But anyway,
continue, Cody.
I don't understand the I don't know if it's just people don't understand that there's a lot of this, if not all of this, was promised 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm glad they're doing it. It just I feel like they've taken their sweet time. Although I don't know. I feel like that's kind of
Don't they have they've got 9 people on there?
yeah. I feel like
true.
that's kind of a shitty thing to say when they
When did
have such a
the-
small team.
Yeah. When did the Plague Knight expansion come out?
Last year. I don't remember when. I couldn't tell you.
Let me see if I can find it.
Maybe October, around then.
Oh, that would
That's-
kind of make sense.
That's probably not right, but I don't know. I mean, they're fun. It's great. They don't change anything level wise. I mean, unless the character can't traverse a certain area, then they change the level for that reason. But it's fun because it's a gameplay thing and it's a story thing. The story and the gameplay change, but I don't know. It's what it is. I guess it's free content, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Or it's content. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about saying it's free, because it's something we should have had anyway. But I don't know. It's good stuff though.
Play Your Shadows expansion came out in September last year.
September.
So yeah, that was quite a while ago. Yeah. Jake, hit it.
I'm backing down. I don't like the transition anymore.
no.
It sounded good in my head, and now I'm thinking about it. I was gonna say and speaking of a Mega Man game that's not nearly as good, and then jump on to Mighty Number 9, but I don't think that works that well.
I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say. Speaking of another Kickstarter game.
That didn't meet his.
Wow. Well, let's move on from this.
Wait, hold on. I got a good one.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of video games,
Oh man,
there it is.
That's 8 out of 8 transition. Right there.
8 out of 8. That's
Incredible.
100%.
It is 100%. Mighty Number 9 creator Keiji Inofune says he takes responsibility for Mighty Nine's quality and issues. Yeah. In a launch day stream, he addressed the community with ex-Capcom employee and translator Ben Judd and discussed topics such as the game's reaction and developing 10 games of the version.
Speaking of Ben Judd, this was not meant to be a joke on the whole transition thing. Did you know he actually voiced Phoenix Wright in the Game Boy games? I don't know why this is some crazy thing
Did
that
he?
I felt yeah, he did. It's really weird. I mean, obviously the only thing he did was objection and hold it.
Speaking of Ben Judd and Phoenix Wright,
Oh man.
Credits.
Yeah. Dude, I remember watching those credits, and I was like, okay, so we're going from maybe 50 on screen at a time, maybe like 35 on screen at a
My
time.
gosh.
And I was like, what mighty number am I? And I looked it up. I was like, I'm 11,000. This is ridiculous. So they let
you funded it too?
Yeah, Grant, I did.
Good job, Cody.
Let's
So just to say that real quick, credits are 4 hours long because everyone who even contributed the lowest tier $5
Yep.
got their own spot in the credits.
And a lot of it just say a generous backer. Like a lot of them don't even say names, which I can't blame people now, honestly.
It says mighty number on there.
Yeah. So, but they let you skip by 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it would suck if your number was 19,000, 200 and whatever, because then you'd have to sit through the 10,000s all the way to the 20,000s, and you can't speed it up at all. Yeah, it's crappy.
There were more than 67,000 backers.
Jason said it's better than nothing. Adam was telling me a lot of people thought Inafune said that it's better than nothing, but I never took it that way. I knew it was Ben Judd just shooting the what. I don't know why. Did any of you watch the stream that night?
I did not know.
Man, it was so weird. He would translate Inafune. He'd ask Inafune something, and then Inafune would say something, and then he'd translate. He'd go, "So yeah, Inafune-san said this, this, and this, and this," and then he'd go off on his own opinion. He'd be like, "Yeah, I know. You know what? I think this game is pretty okay." And people were like, "Is Inafune saying this? Is he still translating or what?" So people mistook him saying, because he was translating for a second, and then he goes, and what I think is, I think this is a solid game, and it's better than nothing. And everyone was like, I can't believe Inafune just said
I feel like if you're a translator, you can't just say what you
can't
think.
just,
No.
And you can't,
I don't think that's how translators work.
And there's no, break. He wasn't he didn't start translating and say,
now for my opinion.
Yeah, there was no break. It was just, straight up, he would translate, and people in chat were like, is this guy for real? Does he know what he's saying? It just seems so unprofessional. And,
good job, Judd.
Yeah, and that's, what else came from that? There was it's better than, oh yeah, him saying that, Inafune, because everyone in chat, Inafune was sitting there reading chat as it was going by on Twitch, and you can imagine how bad that looked on Twitch. It was, it was people saying, thanks for the $2 game that we spent $4 million on, and, stuff like that, and Ben Judd's like, you know what? I see a lot of people in here, and they're really salty, he said. And you know what?
They were salty?
Yeah, he's like, Twitch chat can be really salty, and I see you guys talking about $4 million. Well, guess what? We didn't actually have that much to spend on the game. And everyone's like, no, wait a second, what? And he's like, yeah, we only spent a quarter of that. And everyone's like, wait, what? What does that mean? And Inafune was just sitting there, just straight-faced. He's like, oh, God. You could tell he's like, this guy is
so
ridiculous.
awkward.
No, it was
How
terrible.
did I hear about this?
I don't know, because that was a big thing about that stream, was everyone was like, the whole chat was nothing but 4 million. People just saying 4 million, 4 million, 4 million. And he just got mad, and he's like, we didn't even use that much. He's like, that was only a fraction. We only used a fraction of that for the entire game. And everyone's like, holy crap, wait a minute. So, yeah, that was that. And then Inafune just left. He just got up and literally just got up and left. So, it was rough. My opinion on Mighty Number 9, if anybody cares, I'm sure everybody knows.
Hear it. Oh, I care.
Please, we have to hear.
It's good. It's not great, but it's if you take yourself away from all the controversy and all that stuff, it's 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. It's not terrible. It has tons of issues, but it's not bad. But then when you add all of these things, so many controversial things, and the fact that, like I said, apparently they didn't even use the 4 million, all of it. A fraction of it. Yeah. That definitely puts it in perspective that, they didn't even care. And it's funny because during the stream when Inafune was there, someone in chat, one person, because I was watching the chat very, very well that night, and one person I remember specifically, just one, said, "Are we gonna have a sequel to this game?" And out of all the crap that was like, what about Red Ash, and what about that game, and like Inafune, you're a monster, and I'll never trust you again. Ben picked out that one thing and said, we don't plan on having a sequel now, but what you see is what you get. So I'm like,
we
dude,
have like $3 million laying around, so maybe.
Yeah. I was like, of all the things,
so we thought, instead of making one $4 million game, we're gonna make 4 $1 million games.
Yeah, he's like, there's a lot of content there, and what you see is what you get. So, I mean, only time will tell. And I'm like, yeah, okay, man. like there had to have been a plan, someone in the company right then that was like commenting like actual questions, like, oh, this game's kind of fun. Can you tell me how to do this or whatever? And then there was like 2,000 other people in that chat that were just like, Inafune, you're a monster, and like this and that. So it was quite the event, for sure.
Yeah, I haven't played it at all, but I just looked at some gameplay. It looks terrible.
Oh, it looks bad.
just visually, like not gameplay or anything, just visually.
No, yeah, it looks, like I said during my first stream, was if the game looks now how it would on 3DS, when they apparently bring that over, it'll be okay. But the thing is when the game came out, right, it's still not out on 3DS, Xbox 360, or I don't remember something else, but it's not out on Wii U in Australia or Europe yet either. And they're just like, I remember Ben even said during the stream, he's like, because someone asked, like, do you have any regrets? Like, if you could do anything over again, what would you do? And he's like, yeah, if I had to say, I think the team would definitely say, we wouldn't have made it for 10 platforms. We would have just focused on, like, 3. And everyone's like, you're so dumb, why would you do it for 10 to begin with? Like, that's ridiculous. And, it's just tons of stuff like that. It was quite the stream. If anyone can find that stream on YouTube, or anywhere, watch it. It's pretty, it's
in
a train wreck. Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a link to the stream
it's great.
at the bottom. Man,
it's
I gotta at least see some of this. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
Man.
It's great.
ID number 9. So wait, so the verdict, good, not great?
Yeah, if you could play it for free, you might have fun. I don't know.
Speaking of...
Speaking of, if you could get it for free, you might have fun. Let's talk about Destiny.
Speaking of good, not great games, how about Destiny? Let's see here. Destiny dev says, leaving PS3 and Xbox 360 behind for the Rise of Iron expansion allows for, quote, new bells and whistles.
Wow.
Like literal bells and whistles?
Yeah, dude, they're adding the bell accessory, and it's gonna be great.
Creative lead Christopher Barrett stated that the decision to only develop for current-gen platforms allows the studio to add more content than would otherwise be possible. Quote, in order to add more stuff, we would have to remove stuff from the game to still support legacy content. So it's really...
they must have really hit their cap when they added sparrow horns in the last update, right? Like, that must have been it. That must have been all they could do for last gen.
That was the breaking point.
Dude. I don't know.
So it's really about the amount of stuff in the game. We're always looking to add new features and new graphical improvements, continuing. Anything that's additive at this point, something has to go, big stuff. So leaving 360 and PS3 behind allows us to make the bucket bigger. And there are new bells and whistles and fun features we can do.
Wow.
To be clear, we're not turning any of that old stuff off. You can still play Destiny if you're on the old consoles.
Great. Wonderful.
It allows us to make the bucket bigger. Word of the year.
I
That
really
just
think they should just make this literal. Like with Rise of Iron, you get a bucket, a big
yeah.
You get
filled with whistles and bells,
a big rusty bucket
Oh
full of
my
whistles
God.
and
and it's made of iron.
yeah, made a rusty iron bucket.
Well,
A big one, a big bucket.
we'll see where this gets them. I don't know.
Destiny, I don't care about it anymore. But that's
I
what I
don't
said a while ago too, and then Taken King sort of draw me back. But I don't really plan on getting the expansion.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Well, not weird. I know why they did it, but like they had such a great like run. I don't know if great's the right word. They had an okay run.
They had a good run, right?
up to up to the Taking King, and then they're like, guys, you want some microtransaction emotes? And everyone's like, I don't know. And they're like, no, guys, we got some great ones for Halloween. And they're like, no, we got some great ones for Christmas. And they're like,
Can do the
no, we got
monster.
some cool, we got some cool Carlton dance emotes. And they're
You
like,
can do a cartwheel.
and they're like, guys, you want a sparrow racing like at the start of the game, right? And they're like, yeah, well, we got it now. And they're like, oh, we got sparrow horns. And everyone's like, I don't care. So,
Hey, they still didn't add Super Mario Strikers. What the heck?
excuse me?
What?
I mean, so
Why would they add Super Mario? Stickers?
so ever since the game first came out, me and John had this incredible idea that they haven't taken up, which is
It
unbelievable.
sounds like a John idea.
It
was
does,
mostly
it really
it was
does.
all right. Well, it mostly was a John idea, and then I was like, "Hey, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's great." And then we thought of some more stuff. So at the tower, there's a soccer ball. So what?
Okay, I know where this is going.
So what if at the tower there's that door John was obsessed with, like it was a while ago. There was some door on the tower that like he swore would open at some point, but he was like, "What if you go down there and it's a Super Mario Strikers video game but with Destiny?"
All these dreams people had when Destiny came out, and none of them came true.
Hey, don't forget about Sparrow races. So.
Yeah, well, that only took them like a year, if not longer.
Man.
So, yeah, it was good stuff. Destiny, check it out in the bargain bin at your local retail store.
At Best Buy,
Yeah. So,
play Shovel Knight while you're there. Man,
on the Vita.
speaking of,
Wait. Who has
What?
Shovel Knight on the Vita on display to play? This never hit me until now.
no, it
Wait a
wasn't just
second.
Shovel. So you know how Vitas are displayed. Vitas are displayed.
No, I've never saw a Vita on display.
I've never seen you on display either.
Some random guy probably
walked.
walked up to
I've seen a
Kid
Vita-
Grant and he's like, "Here, kid, play some Shovel Knight on my Vita."
I've seen a Vita on display 3 times in my
I
life.
got some Vitas in my van.
Twice at GameStop.
Play Shovel Knight.
Twice at GameStop and once at the Best Buy a couple weekends ago.
Oh man,
Yeah, so how they work is
Okay. is there a
So-
system to this? Like,
so how they work is basically there's the Vita bubbles. I don't really know what they're normally like, but
do they
so-
even tether them? Like, are they worried about people stealing them?
Yeah, they're tethered. They're
Oh,
tethered.
okay.
So there's like 5 games you can choose from. You just like scroll, and then there was I think what else was on there? There was
Yeah, what else was on there?
there was
Grant?
Shovel
I'm not
Knight.
Sure.
I think they might have had a Severed demo.
Really?
Yeah, they had some other stuff too. I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how Vitas work.
Are you sure this wasn't at PAX South?
I think so,
Oh,
but I'm
man.
not completely sure. Speaking of games,
Let's hear it. What is it?
speaking of games you can play,
Oh.
Jake, what? I didn't ask you about this beforehand, but you were at E3.
I was?
I hope so. I mean, you probably don't remember, but I would assume that you played some stuff there.
No, not really.
Okay, well, let's move on.
So I played 2 games
Okay, let's hear about
during
it.
the time I was at E3. One of which was a game called Gwent.
Oh my
That doesn't
gosh.
surprise me. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
And it was definitely my game of the show.
Really? I
It's-
don't
it's
say that
actually, like-
sarcastically. Like, I'm actually surprised.
I mean, I didn't play much else. But
Yeah, no, yeah.
I was pretty impressed by it because it's more than more than what I think I thought it was going to be and what a lot of people thought it was going to be. There's actually like full like 10-hour. There's 4 10-hour long campaigns in this that have branching narratives, and like it's open world, so it's like you're placed on a map and like you walk around the map, make decisions, meet different characters. It's all fully voiced.
Ooh.
So wait, is it like a piece moves around on a world map, or like you actually like are
it's
a
like
person?
It's like Pokemon.
Oh,
yeah, you're like
what?
You're like walking around getting new cards,
that's crazy.
and you settle your disputes by playing some Gwent.
Sounds like Pokemon.
Just like, and they made adjustments to it to make it more balanced and stuff. But I mean, it looks really sleek. It was a lot of fun from what I played. But again, this is coming from a huge Witcher nerd fan.
Yeah.
So like anything CD Projekt Red does, I'm gonna love. Unless they, I don't know, came out with like a
Sparrow races.
Yeah, it just came out with Sparrow races.
More bells and whistles for Witcher 3.
Like, hey, there's Sparrow races in The Witcher 3 for some reason.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, speaking of The Witcher 3, another transition. Yes, I found this Gamespot article. Jake, thanks.
Is it the one about the picture?
What picture?
The Easter egg?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you saw it, but it was
We're
like
gonna
this,
leave that dead. No, what's the picture? I'm interested now. What's the Easter egg? We're not gonna leave this.
Well, there are some pictures, but it's
okay.
So it's like here, I'll link it in Skype chat. It's so like some concept art made by a fan. If The Witcher 3 was a detective game.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
They're neat, as John would say.
Neat, yes, very neat. Neat. What else did I play though? Grant, what did I play?
Did you play Battlefield?
No, but I'm gonna. Never mind.
Close one.
You didn't say anything.
I played Outlast 2.
Oh,
Didn't you
man.
say you played Legend of Zelda for a second, or you wanted to?
No, you tried to play The Legend of
okay.
Zelda,
I'm still kind of bitter about this.
but you're not VIP
I don't
enough.
blame you.
So I got there really early so I could play Legend of Zelda on the last day. Like I got there at like 7 in the morning,
Jeez.
but I didn't go to the line right away because someone I was going to see it with said like, oh yeah, our the managing editor is going to come with us and he'll like let us to the front of the line, so you don't need to go down there right now. So like, all right, so like hung out in the war room for a little bit, and they did let us go to the front of the line. Sure enough, we got down there and like. I don't know, the guy we were with knew someone. He's like, oh, yeah, here you go. We'll let you to the front of the line. And they, like, let us into the room, and they, like, do this introduction. They show a trailer and, like, talk about Zelda. And then, like, this wall raises up, and then you go into, like, this huge, like...
There's, like, a forest set up.
Pretty much, yeah. You go into, like, this forest with a bunch of consoles and stuff, and I start walking over to them, and, like, this lady stops us, one of, like, the ushers. She's like, no. It's only for the people who waited in line. You guys didn't wait in line. You can just, like, walk around. So... I mean, it was cool. There was like a giant link.
Yeah.
Shooting arrows. And like there were all these little cool things. Like if you touched his arrows, you hear like arrow sound effects. And there was like a cooking pot. And if you like stood in the right spot, like it would look like something was being made. It was cool, but it was just like, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to play Zelda. Like I could have, if I just decided to go there early in the morning, I would have been like one of the first people to play it and it would have been fine. But nope, decided not to. So I played Outlast instead, which is really good, but everyone's talking about Zelda, how great Zelda is.
Man. E3 sounds like a pain, not gonna lie.
It's a pain. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, like, the best part is, like, not so much the E3 part, it's, like, the after, like, not after E3, but, like, I don't know, at the end of the day when things start to wind down, then it's just kind of like bonding, I guess, with the UK team, Australian team, etc. But yeah, it was stressful.
So if you can remember, what were the longest lines? Like what was the
Zelda for sure? Right?
Was it Zelda? Yeah, I figured.
Zelda was the longest, and then I think the second longest was probably Horizon Zero Dawn.
Really? That doesn't.
Oh, you
surprise
could
me.
play that?
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn was playable. And then there was one other one that was really long. I think it was... I don't remember.
Death Stranding, right?
Oh yeah, that was playable. That game's actually already done.
What was your reaction when you saw that trailer?
Man, I don't even. Well, when I saw Kojima walk out, I was stoked. I was like, oh yeah, and
Oh
then they
yeah.
showed it. I was like, I don't know.
You're
And
like,
then
all
I
right,
saw it
where's the
again, and
game?
I was like, I still don't know. And then I saw it again. And I was like, I like this song, and I listened to the song.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
So if you want to listen to songs, watch
low roar.
watch the Death Stranding trailer.
I mean, it's a super fascinating trailer. There's a lot of symbolism, but I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys heard about that theory that's like it's almost like a metaphor for Kojima.
I've heard
Because
about
like, did you hear about it?
it. Hmm.
Yeah, I won't go into it then, but you
Okay.
know,
Well,
it's kind of interesting.
it is interesting.
Cody, have you heard about it?
No, but I really. I'm
Okay.
sure Kojima's symbolism goes very deep, so I think I'll just leave it at that.
It's like very self-referential.
Yeah.
Like a trailer is all about him.
Yeah, I would assume so.
All right. Well, we have a little bit more time, so I have a game we can play if you want.
All right.
I
So
don't know, Grant. I think I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one.
Okay.
I didn't put any prep into it. I'm just kind of coming up with.
Did
I
you, like,
thought of
Did
the idea. In
Matt
my
say
head.
it or did Jason say it? And then
I said it.
I mean,
I
if
don't
there's
know.
a pun, Jason said it. I don't think that's very hard.
I don't know. No, but so we're gonna play a game I like to call what I like to call it.
you can't say a game you like
do
to
I
call.
like to
That's
call
what
it?
we're gonna call.
What do I want to call it? I don't know. We're just
The
gonna
name-
call
the
it
name of the game.
the ideal game. I don't know, but basically the idea for this segment is I'm gonna just pick someone from the Game Bolt, and you guys are gonna tell me what their ideal game would be. So if they made a game, what would it be?
Okay.
We're gonna start off with the easy
Like,
one. We're starting off
Are we actually naming a game that's already
No, no.
there, or like?
No,
An
you're making
idea.
your own game,
Oh, okay.
but
Right.
for that person.
So the
So, like-
Brett game.
So here's the thing. So say like you're a game developer and you're trying to surprise Brett on I don't know 4th of July, and you want to give him and you want to give him a gift.
Oh, man.
What game would it be? And you can just come up with anything. You know?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I've got a pretty good idea. I think it's the obvious one. It's the low-hanging fruit.
Okay.
But obviously, this game is going to take place in America,
Obviously.
probably on the 4th of July. There's going to be fireworks going off, obviously.
Mhm.
And you're basically
It's
going
gonna be
to...
in New Jersey, right? The motherland.
Yeah, it can be in New Jersey, but it'll be like in a forested area of New Jersey, and you're going to sneak around taming bears. And he doesn't have... the main character doesn't have a shirt in this game. And for every bear you tame, your beard gets longer and longer. And
Oh
your
my
goal of
gosh.
the game is to have a beard that stretches across the continent.
So that's the goal.
That's the goal.
Okay. I have an addition to that.
All right.
So for every so you say you tame bears?
Yeah, that is the problem, huh? No, there's good bears and bad bears. You tame some, you kill others.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say. So for everyone you tame, your beard gets longer. For everyone you kill, you
So
can
this
make
game
it-
has like a karma system.
For everyone you kill, you can take its skin and fold it into a Kirby aircraft,
There you go.
All
and then you can fly that to your next destination, kill some more bears.
right, let's
Tame
take
some
this one
bears.
step further. Grant, what would you give this out of 10?
Out of 10? The game or the idea?
Just the idea of this game.
I'd give it a solid 9.3.
Dang. I was going to give it like a 3.
3.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
not
like
impressed.
a great idea. Well, okay. Well, realistic speaking, I'll give it like a I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it could be hilarious, so I give it like a 6.
A 6. All right. That's probably what it'll land.
Okay. How many more can we do? We can probably do 1 or 2 more. This was a great idea, wasn't it? Man.
Yeah.
It's a great, yeah, a great idea. Let's do Mike.
Okay.
Cody, you can start this one.
I don't know if I want to start this one.
Do it. Just go for it.
No, let somebody else start, please.
Okay, so
I have an idea,
Cody,
but I don't know
feel
how
like you have,
accepted it'll be.
I feel like you have
Not by
insight.
Mike, but by other people.
So okay, yeah, you can go ahead and say it then.
No, I'm good.
No, well, you gotta tell us at least afterwards. After we finish recording.
Okay, that's
If
fine.
you don't want to put it
No,
out
that's
into the
fair,
public
yeah.
eye.
Mike, it's nothing against you. He's in chat right now. It's nothing against you at all. It's just not, I don't know how popular opinion this will be. But,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can do so basically you're gonna just sort of like Breath of the Wild, you're just gonna spawn into this world. You're just gonna drop you in there.
Okay.
Into this, I don't know, sort of like a, so you start out in sort of a forest,
Okay.
and then, so you think you're in a forest, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Are you making this up as you go along, Grant? I can kind of tell.
well, yeah, well, that's
Okay.
kind of the idea. So you think you're in a forest,
Okay.
and then as you explore out, you realize that it's not a forest.
Okay.
You're really inside a castle, and
Okay.
inside the castle, inside the castle,
What is this?
there's a lot of enemies. It's really hard.
And you just die a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. And every time you die, you respawn back in the center of the forest.
Oh, man.
The goal is to make it to the top of the tower and ring the bell.
Okay.
Sounds like Dark Souls.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to ring a bell in Dark Souls, though.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, man, dang it. But there's no forest.
Yeah, there is.
There's no castle. Dang it. I came up with Dark Souls
All right, Cody.
3.5.
What's your game, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Let's leave that for afterward.
Okay.
Seriously.
Jake, what would you give that out of 10?
Well, it sounds like Dark Souls. So
Yeah, let's go check Gamespot's
An 8?
review of
Okay.
Dark Souls.
Check our review of Dark Souls.
Jason says Sword Simulator.
Sword
I don't know what that means, but just like hit things with a sword.
Oh, no, I have a great... So instead of, like, all the enemies in the castles are spiders. Nothing else.
Okay.
That's... Alright, last one. Let's do Jason, just because I think he's in chat, too, or at least he was.
Jason is in chat.
Okay. So let's do Jason real quick. Cody, since you didn't want to do the last one...
Jason already answered this for us. He just said he wants a pun game.
Yeah.
Well, we have to elaborate.
I mean, I feel like it'd just be like some like Minnesotan pun game made by the Coen brothers or something.
But so you feel like it could kind of be like a... What is that thing called? Like an ad-lib...
Mad Lib?
You got... Yeah, Mad Lib. But you gotta make... You gotta make
Grant.
puns. I didn't know what they were
Come on.
called.
That's
Forgot.
fine.
But yeah, you gotta make puns. So basically, it's just a Mad Lib game.
Great. 2 out of 10.
I don't know. Or like Splatoon Squid would probably be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I
mean-
could see it like partially memey. Just like
Oh,
a
definitely meme.
little bit of memes and
Meme them up.
Yeah,
Meme it up.
and tons of puns.
I have a game for John.
Okay.
Here's what you do, all right?
Yeah.
So, first, when you buy the game and put it in your console, install it and everything, you start it up, and all you do is shoot stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it would just be a game of explosions and visual effects. Just-
It's a Michael Bay movie.
That is co-op, so you can play with your friends.
Oh man. No,
And it'll be called Shoot Stuff. So when
Things.
John says...
no,
you guys
it'll
wanna
be shoot stuff, and things. Yeah.
Oh,
So
Jason says the name of his game is going to be Dank Pun Simulator.
Dank pun simulator. Wow.
okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was already a thing, honestly.
Oh, and one of the weapons that John can use in his game is a soccer ball that he kicks, and then in midair it turns into a sword and cuts people's heads off.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
No. Give it a 4.
Okay, I'll give it 4.
I don't give anything above 4s anyway.
Doesn't sound like there's much gameplay. Sounds like it's
I don't
all
think it
just
matters. Right?
set pieces. I think about wraps up this episode of the Gameable Podcast. Again, this is the official podcast of thegameable.com. Post to iTunes every Tuesday, YouTube every Wednesday. recent stuff that we have done on the website. So our Best of E3 series has sort of continued. Best Indies of E3 is up on the site now. Our Mighty Number 9 review is up on the site right now. Yeah,
Don't
and
look
there's
at it.
some
It's
other
not
stuff.
worth it. Look at the other 20 million Mighty Number 9 reviews that are all
Yeah, you know,
about how
check
terrible
out
it
our-
is.
Check out our Games on Tap series. I don't think I've mentioned that really much on here.
Probably not.
Yeah, check that out. It's another one of our podcasts.
Listen to Dylan's amazing podcasting voice.
Yeah. And you guys just, you should drink and you talk about stuff. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Gamespot podcast. Jake, if we wanted to find you on Twitter, where could we do it?
Jacob Deck.
Cody,
What?
where can we find you on Twitter?
What?
I don't know.
At,
I wouldn't worry about it.
at IDK.
Yeah.
Worry about it.
Yeah.
And you can follow me at GrantRam3. You can follow the site at @the_Gamebolt. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you on the next episode. Later, guys.
See ya.
Oh my god.
What was that?
Good enough.
Cody, you gotta tell us the game. Come on.
Oh.